Hey everybody, Kevin here, Coliseum Comics. I am here Wednesday, February 26th. I'm in the Kissimmee store. Lots of great stuff on the wall behind me. But we're here this week to talk about what's new this week that I loved. And I loved a lot of it. There are some books that I'm not reviewing that I thought were great. Some of my favorites, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Fantastic Four, just because I like them, and it's me. So, but I do have a lot of stuff that you want to check out if you're coming to Coliseum Comics. You want to add these to your subscription, and let's get started. We're going to start with our friends at DC. Always fun time for me. DC just... I'm loving it. They're killing it. My first book this week, Justice League International, written by Mark Waid. Art is by the amazing Dan Mora. The Inferno has, as you know, if you've been reading, has launched a global attack on the Justice League, and that affects the world, so it's up to our heroes to try to save everything. I love Dan Mora's art. Man, you're going to hear him again later on, but he just... Oh, this split right here, that split screen right there with Flash on one side and Superman on the other saving people. God, love it. This book was so enjoyable. Are they going to save the day? Of course, the Justice League, but not without repercussions. I love this book, Justice League International. If you're not reading it, you're missing some of the best of DC right now. Let's go into my second favorite book of the week. Guilty as Charged, Superman. This is number 23, written by Josh Williamson. The art is by, again, Dan Mora, Time Trapper. You know, Doomsday from the future, Doomsday from the present, Superwoman. Look at that. So much good stuff going on here. You've got innocents caught in the crossfire. You've got heroes raising up. You've got arch enemies made. This battle is huge, and the story is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't been reading Superman, you've been missing some more of the best of DC. Superman's always been a favorite hero, so I'm guilty as charged. My third book, my favorite book from DC of the week. This is Absolute Wonder Woman. This is number 5, written beautifully by Kelly Thompson. The art is stupendous by Hayden Sherman. If you've been reading this, you know the Tetracide has come to Earth, and this is the final battle. Man, I love this. And the steps that Diana takes to save the Earth. Huge! I was like, what? I want to show you. Let's see if I can pull some stuff out that's not a spoiler. But man, you go a little more into the history, and oh, I can't do it. I was going to show you a page, but it's a huge spoiler. I'm not going to spoil it. But man, I love this book. Out of the absolutes so far, this is my absolute favorite. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 5. It's out today. If you don't have these on your subscription, add them to your subscription. Have them hunt down the back issues for you. Let's slide over to Independent this week. First pick by our friends at Image. Radiant Black 31, written by Kyle Higgins and Joe Clark. The art is by Eduardo Figurato. This is a jumping on point for those who've never read Radiant Black before. If you have, I should call you, have to catch me up. But the Catalyst War, this takes place 5 months after that. There's a lot of rebuilding, I love some of the art in this. It's fun. This is a fun, simple kind of book. But I was honestly like, wow, there's a lot of heavy going on, which it felt like I was getting a lot of stuff real quick that I wasn't ready for. But I liked the characters, the action. I mean, just honestly, it's got a great. If you haven't read this before, is it a good place to hop on? Yeah, you might be a little confused. You may have to find some back issues or a trade paperback. But if you're looking for something to start, something that's different, but you're familiar with in the superhero genre, Radiant Black might be the thing to add to your subscription. I enjoyed it. I will keep reading it to see what happens. My next pick from Independent comes from our friends over at IDW. It's a one-shot. That's right. It's Godzilla versus Chicago. This is part of the Godzilla versus America series. There are 3 stories in here, 3 various writers and artists. They all take a kind of a fun look at Godzilla invading America, and it's really kind of fun. The stories are fun and they're different. There was nothing that I sat there and I was like, but I really did kind of enjoy it. As far as independence goes, this has everything you want in an independent comic with such a mainstream character. Godzilla vs. Chicago, it's got something for everyone. I said 3 stories, but I'm looking through it. It looks like I'm on 3. But there we go right there. My favorite pick of the week from Independent comes from our friends over at Dark Horse. This is called Jump Scare, #1, written by Colin Bunn. The art is by Danny Luckert. You're going to meet Allie, who has gained her powers from an actual old invasion. There's some stuff left over, and she gained powers. And I love this. Powers of the horror movies, which, if you're a horror movie fan, this is fantastic. I was laughing the whole time. Like, it's like, look, here are powers from this movie and from this movie. It's such a lot of fun. Honestly, if you're a horror movie fan, if you're an alternate hero fan, Jump Scare. Her powers are deadly, she's vicious, and the public absolutely loves her. And I do too. Jump Scare, add this to your subscription. #1 came out today. This was a lot of fun. One of my favorite books of the week, right there. I didn't expect to. So that's what I love about comics. When you find something and you're not sure, like, I guess I'll read this, and you're like, wow, amazing. Love that. All right, so sliding over to Marvel. Marvel right now is still under the grips of One World Under Doom, and a really fun read, which I didn't put in my top 3, is this week's Fantastic Four, to see how the team is settling in with the Overlord Doom. It's not a direct one, but man, the ending was kind of great. But this is my first pick this week. Hey, if you went to the movies, you've seen this guy. It's Red Hulk, #1. This is written by Benjamin Percy. The art is by Jeff Shaw. Thunderbolt Ross is a captive of Doctor Doom in his dungeon, and with him is Machine Man and Deathlock. And look, I'm a sucker for Deathlock, man. And this is Doom's think tank. But you know what? General Ross, he's got some other plans. This book was fun. This book was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. I've been bombarded with Red Hulk, because that's the way, Disney does things with the commercials. They're like, hey, you want to see a movie? Let's make sure every moment of your TV watching is bombarded with this. So I went to this with apprehension. Absolutely loved it. Had a lot of fun with it. Didn't expect to. Red Hulk, #1, out today. My second book from Marvel. It's a one-shot. It is Captain America Volstagg. And you're like, really? I'm going to be like, yeah, really. This was written by J. Michael Straczynski. Art is by Bernard Chang. Volstagg calls on Captain America for a very personal mission. It's not something he can ask the Warriors 3 or the Warriors 2, because he's one of the 3, as he prefers to it. This book had some laughs in it, and it had a really, really fantastic look at the character of Volstagg. If you're a big fan of the Warriors 3, if you're a big fan of Volstagg, such insight to this character. I was not expecting how much I really just adored the look of this character and why he plays the fool when he does. So if you are a fan of Thor, if you're a fan of the Warriors 3, and they don't get enough attention, this book really was such a surprise, and I enjoyed it. I love the cover. Of course, Terry Dodson cover right there. The art inside is great, and the story is fantastic. And I walked away going, man, I enjoyed that more than I should have. Again, it's something I love about comics, man. You go and you don't know, you pick something up, you go on the stands and go, what's this? And you read it and you go, yeah, I love that. Captain America Volstagg, #1. Such a great read. It really is. This week, Marvel brings out the latest Ultimate Spider-Man. This is Ultimate Spider-Man #14, written by Jonathan Hickman. The art is by Marco Checchetto. If you're reading Ultimate Spider-Man, you know how good this book is. I don't have to tell you. It's not a surprise. We start off with the new Black Cat, and And then we go right into the meat and potatoes of Harry and Peter being hunted by Kraven. So good. It is such a really fun comic. Lots of action. The Ultimate Universe is amazing. Was that all that came out this week? No, a lot of great stuff came out this week. If I didn't hit what you liked, hey, hit up in the comments. Let me know what you want me to review and talk about, because I love comics. Right here is just a small sampling of the good that came out today. Plus, some amazing trade paperbacks came out today that I'm going to go broke buying. It's just the way it is. But look at this right here. Just boom. 9 books right now. 9 quick ones right off the rack that'll absolutely make your week better. Because that's what comics are supposed to do, my friends. Make your relaxation time, that much more enjoyable. Get something to read. Get yourself some coffee or whatever you like to drink, whatever snacks you like with your comics. Sit down, put on some jazz or classical, whatever floats your boat, some early 80s, I don't know, and read the books that'll make life fun. That's what I have this week. Remember, starting March 1st is the March Madness. I'm on a screen for a second. Boom. I don't think we can call it March Madness, but it's the Born of Madness all this month. All sorts of specials when you come into Coliseum Comics every day. You can save money on stuff. To find out, check out our website or come into the store and ask somebody. Grab a calendar and then see what's coming up. Ooh, Second Christmas is coming up. Second Christmas. I'd rather have second breakfast. And the warehouse sale in April coming up. March 31st, the Turtles. So many great things coming up. But to do that, you need to hop up off your couch. You need to get to your local Coliseum of Comics. Get thee to a Coliseum of Comics. And my friends, I will see you in the store. Like and subscribe. Check out the top 10 video. See you soon.